Johnny Rocket Launchpad. And now, here's Johnny.
Hey, it's Johnny Rocket here at the Johnny Rocket Launchpad, launching ideas in your direction, the Northwest only rock and roll libertarian radio show. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Kurt Nelson.
Fucking A, bitches.
And my voice of reason, the beautiful Heather Nixon.
Hello.
And we're always launching ideas in your direction, and we were just launching them with Timothy Sandefur.
Wow, he's a badass. I love that guy.
Oh, yeah. The guy's fucking awesome. What a good guest, man. At the Cato Institute, man. And that's,
Well, come on.
yeah, it's awesome. This guy's badass, dude.
Yep.
Before we go into our traditional segment into Rocket Fire review.
Yes, this week marks the launch of the official Heather Nixon Voice of Reason page.
Yeah!
Boom! I love it.
Yeah! I'm clapping. Come on, I'm up. Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah!
You're going to start a big audience sound right there, aren't you?
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah, which was kind of weird, writing stuff about myself in the third person. I didn't like it.
See, nobody, you need to get over that because you're a badass.
I know I need
And
to.
you're a radio celeb now.
I know, but growing up a female, you're taught that you are supposed to be self-deprecating and not take compliments, So
Right.
it's hard work to say,
Kurt and I
yes,
never
that's
learned
right. I am awesome.
Right. And like if a guy tells you you're pretty, he just wants to get in your pants. That's all.
Right.
You're not really pretty. He just wants to fuck you.
Right. Well, that's true, too.
You're pretty. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Whatever.
Stop it. Okay, we can go back to my
Right,
place.
exactly.
Okay.
So my page is it's
Up and running.
up and running, and it's going to be more of a talking about more of a woman's place. I'm going to talk about women's issues, my whole tongue-in-cheek making fun of those whack job feminists and all that kind of stuff. And the other day, I put up a post, and I just simply said, a woman can be anything she wants to be. Sure, you can be a fireman, or firefighter, but you better be able to carry my ass out of a burning building.
Bam. Done.
And my ass, which is significantly
Beautifully
larger
said.
than your ass.
So I had a couple comments, it's there. I only have a couple likes, and of course they're my, actual friends that have liked my page out of charity,
No.
Come on, no.
You're a rock and roller. You're a rock star,
Heather.
Heather. Come on now. Don't say that shit.
You're just trying to get in her pants.
Oh, totally. I'm just saying those things like you later.
A friend, quote unquote, of my actual real friend saw that she commented, and he made a comment on it, and I was like, "Oh, here we go."
But this is what we do this for.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
So this is
What's his name? I want to fucking blast.
Don't
his
say
ass.
it on the air.
All
On
right,
the
don't say it.
air, if you will.
Yeah.
His name is John.
Okay. Well, cool name, but
If its last name is Smith, I'm not buying.
Jones.
Anyway, please.
So the first thing he did was somebody had said, "Isn't that the requirement, or is this a joke I'm not getting?" And he responded, "It's a spit take made at affirmative action policies, I think."
Oh God.
And then he wrote, "Heather Nixon, as a so-called voice of reason, I want to know if you are in favor or against terming gender equality feminism. I don't mean to sound argumentative." Well, I then responded and said, do you want me to read what I actually wrote?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So in response, I wrote, "I'm all for gender equality. No one should be discriminated against based on sex. On the flip side, I do not believe people should be given preference or special treatment based on what sex they are. I believe for the most part, we live in an age and a country where women can achieve most anything if qualified. That's the key. No one is owed anything, and having to lower standards to accommodate me because I was born female is an equality. It's pandering and an empty victory. I believe feminism is a subjective term and means different things to different people, and currently has taken on a negative connotation of late."
Well said.
Yeah, I think that was badass.
Thank you. I wrote that myself. I had to look up how to spell connotation.
Edit that. Edit
So
that.
then I was preparing myself for some sort of leftist, barrage of hatred.
Right.
Right? And this is what he wrote. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Sitting
Thank
down.
you. Are you ready? Wait. Thank you for the response. I listened to an episode of your show, by the way. Great stuff. You fellas seem to get sidetracked a lot from the issues at hand, but maybe that isn't a bad thing. I wish you all the luck and nice film noir-styled offices. Maybe you all should consider opening a private eye firm as a subsidiary of the show. He likes the show.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And yeah. Hey, thanks, John. You rock, bro.
No, and here's the thing. It's like, I guess I was expecting, I was like, this is going to go bad.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I was thinking this was going to go bad.
He's going to be a dick about it.
Well, no, he said the so-called voice of reason, and you're like, okay.
Right. Oh,
now,
so-called motherfucker.
Right.
All right.
But I call her that, and that's fucking valid.
Yeah, but you get in trouble when you call her.
I do sometimes. But
It depends on his tone of voice.
Right, of course. Of
Oh,
course.
voice of reason.
Are you going to school me on how you feel? No, I don't know.
Mr. Man Show.
No, but like seriously, I don't know. That's cool though that he said that. And that's pretty cool. Heather's page though. What's your actual URL?
My actual. See, I just copied it and.
Is it like facebook.com/34992222 Nixon voice of reason
Box.
/00?
No. I got this right now.
Well, it's actually
You'll find it. It's good.
Vox of Reason, VOX.
VOX. And that's what us sound folks use as our shorthand for voice. What we do here on the Johnny Rocket Launchpad is what we review the Rocket Fire. And this has been another.
Wait, we do more than that.
And we talk about
One thing that we
animal sex and gay porn and
do. Have we talked about animal sex?
yeah,
We did. And
it was
in
like
fact,
3 weeks ago.
on YouTube,
Gerbils, Richard Gere.
That.
when we talked about the farms,
Oh yeah, Enumclaw. Enumclaw.
Yeah.
Shit.
but the hilarious thing about that is on YouTube, now that we have the YouTube channel, Johnny,
Yes.
look it up, Johnny Rocket YouTube channel.
Launchpad.com or Launchpad, Johnny Rocket Launchpad.
So he has all these funny titles above the segments because he's cut it into segments so people don't have to listen to 2 hours of us because that's a lot sometimes. But the one that has the term animal sex in it has the most listens.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
It's like,
Of
what the
course it
fuck
does.
are these guys talking about?
What are they searching for?
I don't know.
Yeah, like is that like come
That's
up
a
in the
searchable item?
I'm gonna Google goat sex for no reason at all.
And why would you go to YouTube for that? Aren't there other places?
If you want to see the pictures moving or not.
But most of that content would be taken off YouTube, wouldn't you have to
Yeah, it would
usually-
be. And
You
they have
think-
like a,
unless,
It's for-
unless it had original
you
music
can't have
in the
porn on.
background.
You can't have porn on YouTube.
No, it's just for the amateurs who are just trying.
Trying to get a kid or something.
Do you
He's like,
suppose
animal
that's-
sex? I want to see goat sex.
You think that's a person that like watches all those, or
no.
do they have an algorithm that
It's an algorithm.
searches for nipples,
I don't know.
or like a penis finder?
I don't know, man. That's great.
Like, I don't know. There's got to be some kind of
algorithm that looks
automation.
for nipples.
We should
and-
make an app.
The
Penis Finder.
Nippleitor. Nipple finder. .org.
No, we came up with an app that would find all nipples in your area.
Yeah, right.
Find nipples in your area. You have black nipples?
You
want
have
pink
62 nipples in your general region right now.
And are they in pairs or are they individual?
Right.
What about
62.
what about the weird chick who has 3?
You don't want to hear it's 63 nipples in your.
Whoa.
Or the inverted.
Right. Anyway, so what we do here in our last segment here is we review the rocket fire questions. Question 1.
I would just like to add that as I came home tonight, I heard Johnny talking on the phone to somebody, and he was talking about potentially cleaning up the show and making it family friendly.
That's
Right.
if we go big time.
Right.
Because if we're on AM radio, they're going to be like,
We can't advertise nipple finder.
no nipple finder and no stank
No,
book.
we could. We could say nipple finder. We just can't say fuck.
No fuck.
No fucking nipple
Or
finders.
cunt or pussy or
Right, yeah.
ass or
Tits? Can you say? You can't say. I don't think you
tits.
can.
I don't know. We can say them all now. We're golden like a shower.
Right. Let's get this out of the way.
We'll get our
Because hopefully it's
sow the wild oats.
Right.
All right.
Family friendly.
Yeah, right.
Should the government be concerned with environmental issues, Kurt?
Some. And I think this would fall under the, and we talk about this a lot. Are you going to hurt somebody? Are you going to impose on somebody else's property?
Mm-hmm.
Should the government get involved in when I've got some property and I want to say that I want to build whatever the fuck I want on there, or I want to do whatever the fuck I want with it? Hell no. But should the government get in on?
Get on it.
I'm dumping my shit water right next to my neighbor's water well.
Now, should that be a state issue, though?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Yes.
If it is. Heather?
Yes, I absolutely think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because if there's no oversight at all, then people will dump their shit water wherever they want. I mean, back in the day, on many lakes, the big, beautiful houses built on the lake, they used to have their sewage go directly into the lake, and then, hey, kids, go swimming.
Right. All of a sudden, there's turds floating and stuff.
Hey, what's this Tootsie Roll?
It's a candy bar. Don't worry about it.
It's a Snickers.
Don't worry about it.
What's that bacterial infection all the kids have? I don't
Staph.
know.
It got Staphylococcus, whatever it's called now, the full name. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's like Staphylococcus.
I've never had it.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
I did too.
I did not. I've never had staph.
Because I was wading around in fucking sewer water when I was a kid one day. Everything flooded, and I was out swimming.
Stachylococcus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Okay, my opinion on that is yes and no. I think, let the free market handle it first.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a problem that it cannot be disputed with the free market,
Sure.
Then you can have the state government move in, handle it on the lowest level possible.
Timothy was talking about some kind of a particular endangered fly.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about that
your fly.
Yep.
Fuck the fly. All right, question 2.
Wait a minute, Heather. What do you got?
You got anything about the fly? The endangered fly.
Or what do you want to do with your property? You want to let the state get involved?
When you talk about, what did you just say? I lost my train of thought. A free market. I mean, free market is one thing, but when you're talking about private property as in terms of residences and things like that, where you're out in the middle of nowhere, I don't know. I just think that the oversight, there has to be some sort of oversight, because if there's free reign, then people will take advantage and
Sort of. Yeah.
The first. Well, no, not the first. The second house I bought, after I signed the papers, the people that sold the house, their son kind of was walking me around the property, and he said, just so you know, there's a big 50-gallon drum buried back here, and that's what we used to put our sewage in. Hey, have a good day.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. Good times.
I'm just saying, I get it. I just think it should be handled on the lowest level possible, period. I mean, even if it's a county or a city, let the city handle it at that level. There's no reason for the federal government to come in. And the only reason the federal government could come in would be if there's an interstate border issue. And that makes sense to me. How about you guys? You think you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Okay. Should the government increase its presence within the UN? Well, first of all, we shouldn't be getting involved in the UN. I don't believe there's a place for the United States to be in the UN.
You know what? What does the UN even do anymore?
It doesn't do anything. It's like a world government
I remember
organization.
hearing UN like back in the Reagan days a lot.
Right.
They're
Heather?
the largest employer of interpreters. They're employing interpreters. That's what they do.
What do
So they
what
have
do they pay?
a monopoly.
It's
on
got to be at least
interpreters.
$15 an hour.
I'm telling you,
Doesn't it?
there's no reason. I mean, we should be a sovereign nation that doesn't need to be involved. I think we should be aware, but I don't think we should be involved in getting in everyone else's business. And it's not our responsibility to police the world.
Well, I think that it is beneficial to be aware, to have good relations with other countries. I think if you completely isolate yourself,
I'm not talking about, right.
You could possibly be, what if they all decide, let's take them out? They're not here.
I'm agreeing with being aware.
I think this question's over my head.
Are we still on the UN question?
Yeah, we'll move on.
Well, no, yeah, I want to point out one thing that Timothy said that I thought was interesting, that we should form a new organization that was democracies, thank you, which would then be spearheaded by us. That sounds like a little bit of that would be a bit of like
I don't like democracies,
a
but
coup kind of a thing.
Right.
But it's an interesting thought. Like United Nations, like let's form a a group of like-minded nations.
Well, I don't think we should form a UN. I just don't like the whole idea. I think it's cool that, like, hey, we'll have a summit kind of thing, but it doesn't mean that we have to...
I'll get together and drink some beers, but...
Yeah. Do you think the Tea Party and the Libertarians will continue to grow, or do you think the establishment, Republicans, and Democrats will be able to hold the reins?
This one's above my head. I got nothing on this one.
Well, I think... My personal opinion, I think the libertarian movement is making such a noise right now that a lot of the Republicans are transferring their ideas to more of a libertarian message.
I think, and I said this the other day to Mr. Adams, I take great issue with libertarians associating with the Tea Party. For example, that crazy bitch, Michelle Bachmann, who...
Way to go first and last name. Wow.
It started back in, I think it was 91. She wanted all the Harry Potter books burned and banned, and Halloween.
Oh, that dumb bitch. Yep.
And she was a big, huge, Tea Party person. Now she's in the Republican Party. She went on TV the other day and said that Obama is bringing on the rapture. The end of the world is coming because of Obama. Swear to God, she said that. She is a crazy bitch. I do not like that libertarians are buddying up with the Tea Party because we do not stand for different things, and they're whack job.
Okay. Why has the term liberal been hijacked by the left progressive?
Whack jobs.
Whack jobs. Well, I could say that for them, too. The term liberal, if you really look at it in a very liberty sense of the word liberal, it means the exact opposite of what liberal means. I have no idea why they would... The liberty or the liberal wanted no government.
Those are like two different things, right? Like, yeah, but liberty and liberal are like kind of...
They're polar opposites now. Right. I mean...
And I don't know, I'm just kind of connecting dots because I haven't looked into this, but isn't liberal kind of as far as like social issues? Is that where it came from? Where does it actually come from? What is the root?
John Locke, and he was about liberty.
Okay.
And he was a classical liberal.
Okay.
He wanted just enough government to make a society function. But that was it. That was the term liberal came from John Locke and Locke theory. And it also was plagiarized by Jefferson, who had used a lot of Locke's ideas in writing the Declaration of Independence. So, the term liberal has been hijacked by the status, the progressives, left-leaning status. There's Republican status. Let's make that abundantly clear. It's been a hijacked term, and it means the exact opposite. When somebody says they're a liberal, it should mean I don't want the government in my life.
You'd think.
And now it's not that way. They want more government. So really...
Or they want... would it be safe to say they want a liberal government?
They want a democracy. And they want a democracy, and they want a big state. And that's what current liberals want. And social safety nets. So I'm a classical liberal. And speaking of that, would you consider yourself a classical liberal? Hey, it worked out nice. Yes, I do. I'm a classical liberal.
No comment.
Old school. I don't want any goddamn government. As minimal as possible.
Not no government.
No, I'm a minarchist. I am still holding my position as a minarchist. I think we should have government, but the government cannot have a monopoly on any function that it has. So there cannot be a government monopoly on anything. So courts, there should be private courts and there should be government courts, but both are available. We should have military forces. We should have private forces like the militia or a private organization, but they should not have a monopoly on one particular thing. So that's my gig on government. It cannot have a monopoly on anything. It can only have certain things that trump the other things. Okay. Do you think anarchy is a viable school of philosophical thought? Kinda. I kind of like the idea of anarchy in the sense that if it would work, and I don't think it could.
I liked Timothy's answer here.
I agree with him. I think it's beautiful.
No, really, but they do have some cool,
cool ideas.
Yeah, cool ideas.
Yeah. Heather?
Yeah, I think that Mr. Sandefur was spot on. It cannot work because of people.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Most people are dicks.
Is there such thing as equality of opportunity? I don't think so. There can never be. That's bullshit. You can't regulate equality. You can't. It cannot be done. Somebody is going to be taller than another person. It's just gonna be that way. You're not gonna force somebody who's 5'2" to be the center on a basketball team. All right. It won't work, right? You have certain people who have certain skills or talents or gifts of birth that will provide them the ability to be more successful. Maybe they're better looking. Maybe they're smarter. All these other factors involved. We have to take that into consideration. There will never be equality of opportunity. It cannot happen. It's up to the individual to play the deck of hands they were dealt in life.
Indeed.
By themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
It is what it is. Yeah, I mean,
it is what
your
it is.
genes are your genes, and you're dealt what you're dealt.
Mm-hmm.
Some people overcome. Well, overcome is a bad word because you is the wrong way to say it. But some people, do things that are extraordinary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The short guy that can be the center on the.
I mean, why would I have to hire?
He's fucking amazing, but it's few and far between.
I mean, I'm going to be kind of racist here. Would I hire a bunch
Whoa!
Would I hire a bunch of Asian guys to be the world-class basketball team that I want?
It depends on whether there are.
Come on now.
Also,
7 feet tall Chinese guys.
What you should have asked is, would you hire them to be your NASCAR driver?
Hell no, I wouldn't. But I'll hire them to be my fucking accountant.
Well, this question plays right into my post about firefighters, and I looked into it a lot. And in New York City, in December of this last year, they actually stopped requiring the entrance physical test for new hires, and there's been an increase in injuries. And what they're trying to do is the politicians in the cities are trying to implement a certain percentage of women on the fire on their fire departments. And what this does is it when they lower those physical standards, they're also increasing the risk for injury, not just to those firefighters, but also to the public safety.
Okay.
I mean, one of the things that was, if you cannot physically do the job, if you can't do the requirements of the job, you don't get the job. You don't lower the standards.
Right on. How do you feel about the presidential approval rating moving into the 48th percentile? I don't give a shit.
I don't really give a shit. Kind of question the statistic.
Right. It depends on the source. I don't think those things mean anything.
Yep.
Should we have open borders? I like Timothy Sandefur's answer. I
very much did. Yep.
I'm not about open borders, but I do believe it should be easier to become a citizen.
Right.
It should be a card.
Right.
Fill it out. Are you a criminal? No. Blah, blah, blah,
right.
blah.
And somebody should check that.
Right.
Like, okay, fill out this card and come back in a week and come on in.
Right.
Or
Totally.
don't. Yeah.
Heather?
Yeah, I mean, most of those things are going to have to be taken at word because they don't have social security numbers or criminal records in a lot of these countries. A lot of people there's no birth certificates a lot of times, and I see the documents when people come into the country, when they come into my work, and their date of birth is always January 1st. Because they don't know when they were born.
No shit.
No shit.
Yeah,
I did
crazy.
not know that.
Yeah, it's best guess. They don't have birth
They
certificates.
don't keep track of it even.
No.
So like their mom and dad didn't even keep track of it?
They might go by seasons. They might go about time.
That makes a lot of sense, but I hadn't even thought about that.
They're not worried about calendars. They're more worried about how they gonna get food on the table.
Yeah, or they're a winter baby or a summer baby or whatever. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Last one. What is your opinion on military spending? Well, okay, really quick, and I'll wrap this up.
I don't believe he's
Come
gonna
on,
do it
military guy.
really quick.
First of all,
I'm not buying either.
it's going to be quick. First of all, there is no, it's the lowest bidder. It's bullshit. There's way too much spending in the military industrial complex. If we went to the best quality over the contract, it would be a better society. What I mean by that is let the free market work within the bureaucracy. If there is a bureaucracy that I do approve of, again, I agree with Timothy Sandefur in regards to the military itself. But we shouldn't go directly to the contracts, the politics, all that other bullshit. We should reward people for being thrifty, especially in the military. So we should be thinking about saving money versus spending money. And this is the fucked up variation that has been occurring for many, 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 many years. Anyway, so I guess that's it for the Rocket Fire. Rocket Fire Radio. We're done. Motherfucker.
What about the bonus question?
We don't have time. We don't have no time.
Yeah, well, fuck you then.
Okay, we'll do the bonus question. Should we buy American products?
Nope. Stupid.
I agree with Mr. Sandefur that if it's the best product, then you absolutely should. I don't know. He also said cheapest, but I think if it's a better quality product or you want to support your neighbor and then you should buy whatever the fuck you want to buy.
Fucking A.
Well, when you buy American products, most of the time you actually end up giving money to unions more than anything.
Right.
That's not necessarily true because there's a lot of small businesses that are, independently owned, especially artists and things like that.
I'm not talking about art. I'm talking about a product.
Well, no, I mean artists
But
that
like
make clothing, dishes, stoneware, pottery.
I'm talking more like that. You're talking crafts, though.
No,
you're
those
not
are
talking,
products that you use in your home.
Right, but I'm talking more like manufactured things, like stoneware made by Jim down the street. I mean, that's kind of a special thing. I'm talking like, should you buy this garbage can because it has a sticker on it that says Made in America, and I have to pay $4 more because it says Made in America because some union. It's
some onion.
Yeah, it's union shit. Most of that money goes to unions. That's why they can't compete on the free market. Anyways, Johnny Rocket here at the Launchpad, launching ideas in your direction, the Northwest only rock and roll libertarian radio show. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Kurt Nelson.
Fucking A, baby.
That's French. The voice of reason. Head all. Nixon.
Whoa, way to get on.
That was really French. Anyways, really love you guys very much. And next week we have Kevin Gutzman.
Don't stick around. Go ahead and go away now.
Go away or listen to Spud.
We are done with you.
We're done with
You're
this.
dismissed.
We're done with the goddamn. Just don't listen to us anymore. We love you guys very much. It's Johnny Rocket Launchpad, launching ideas in your direction.